Picture this. You wake up like you would on every normal day. You probably make ready to go to school, go to work, run errands, do chores or activities like you will every other day. People getting married, people making arrangements to go on vacations, those who have earned a promotion going to take it, businesses, new vistas being conquered. And at that same time, somewhere across the world, events are happening almost at the same time that could literally end it at the snap of a finger without everybody or without anyone except few people that actually involved being aware of it. At several times in the history of humanity, we've come close to the near possibility of everything as we know it ending totally in an instant. So today, we'll be talking about one of those instances, orders and consequences. The night the world almost ended, the Stanislav Petrov incident, September 26th, 1983. While a father in Ohio was setting his alarm for work, while a couple in London argued over wedding invitations, and a family in Tokyo packed their luggage for a long-awaited holiday, a sophisticated computer system deep inside the Soviet Union reported something unthinkable. It declared nuclear missiles inbound. ETA 30 minutes. Almost no one in the world knew how close life as we know it almost ceased to exist, apart from those that were involved directly. Everything disappearing in an instant without any time whatsoever to react. That was how close humanity came to the end of the world. The year is 1983. The Cold War is anything but cold. Tensions between the United States and the Soviet Union are dangerously high. Just weeks earlier, Soviet air defenses shut down Korean Airlines Flight 007, killing 269 civilians. The aftermath, diplomatic ties were immediately frayed. Both sides believed the other may be preparing for a first strike. Yet, for most people all over the world, life continues as normal, oblivious of what was happening on the other side of the world. Children go to school, lovers still fall in love, bills being paid, weddings being planned, vacations still being booked. History rarely announces itself when it is about to turn. The ordinary world continues, unaware that its very existence is balanced on a knife's edge. That edge runs deep beneath the Russian countryside, inside a classified military facility known as Sepukov 15. This was the nerve center of the Soviet Union's new early warning satellite system, OKO, Russian word for eye. Its mission was simple yet terrifying: detect an American nuclear launch, alert Soviet command, enable immediate retaliation. There was no need for debate, no negotiation, no time to think. However, that night, the duty officer was Lieutenant Colonel Stanislav Petrov. Petrov was neither a general nor was he a politician. He was a systems engineer. He understood machines. And more importantly, he understood their capabilities and also their limitations. Shortly after midnight, the system broke the silence, not with just a warning, but with a scream, alarms blaring, lights flashing red, and across the main screen, appeared a single word: launch. The computer reported that an American intercontinental ballistic missile had been launched towards the Soviet Union. Protocol demanded immediate escalation through the chain of command. Then the system updated. Another missile. 5. Coordinated first strike, at least according to the system. The room froze. Everyone present understood the math. American missiles would reach Soviet targets in under 30 minutes. Soviet retaliation had to be launched within 15. Petrov had two options. Option 1. Report the launch of the chain of command as real and trigger the chain of command, begin a full nuclear counterstrike. Option 2. Declare the alert a malfunction, disobey protocol, and risk being catastrophically wrong. The computer insisted that the attack was real. The system was rated as highly reliable, with billions of rubles having been poured into the program. Every alarm reinforced the same conclusion, but Petrov noticed something that the system could not reason about. If the United States were launching a true preemptive first strike, it should not be 5 missiles. It should be hundreds, possibly thousands, enough to erase the Soviet Union completely. 5 missiles made no strategic sense. He checked secondary systems to know if what the satellite reported was real. Ground-based radar showed nothing. No corroboration, no confirmation, only the satellite insisting. For several agonizing minutes, Petrov did nothing. Then he made up his mind. He reported it as a system malfunction. There was nothing to do at this point but wait. If Petrov's hunch was wrong, the first nuclear detonation would soon confirm it. However, if he was right, the world would quietly continue, none the wiser. Minutes passed, then more. The radar screens remained empty. No missiles arrived, no detonations, no explosions. It turns out the alarm was false. Upon investigation, it showed a rare alignment of sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds had fooled the satellite into seeing launches that never happened. The system failed, but thankfully, the man did not. Petrov did not receive a medal. He was not publicly praised. The incident was classified as if it never happened. He was quietly reassigned, later retiring from the military. For decades, no one knew what he had done. But consider this. For every marriage that has taken place from 1983 till now, every child that has been born into this world, every promotion that has been earned, every business that has been made, every ordinary morning that followed since then till now, none of it was guaranteed by doctrine, by protocol, by the rules of the Cold War. The world survived not because orders that were supposed to protect were followed, but because one person understood when they should not be followed. In conclusion, orders exist for a reason. They create structure. They enforce discipline. They prevent chaos. But make no mistake, orders blindly followed can end everything. Stanislav Petrov saved the world by doing something rare in military history. He stopped. He thought. He questioned, and he chose restraint. Orders have consequences. Sometimes so does refusing them. The consequences for Petrov: he didn't grow to the top of his career like he could have, but for the sake of humanity, he disobeyed, and we are still here today. This is Orders and Consequences. Thank you for sticking with me to the end. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one. Thank you.